Hello there, welcome to Wednesday's programme with me, Anne Davis. And yes, we start tonight's programme with the really brave actions of a woman from Derby and her daughter.
Good evening. It's been another big day in the build-up to the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham as the Alexander Stadium held its first athletics event since a £72 million upgrade.
June Buffum died in a house fire in Spalding 10 years ago. It's believed it was caused by an illicit cigarette.
Hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us. First tonight, COVID restrictions may be gone, but the virus continues to disrupt all our lives.
And I'm at a farm which has diversified by setting up pick your own tulip fields.
Well, we start tonight with a pill full of plant chemicals, which could be a game changer for people with long COVID. More than 1 million people in the UK have the condition. It can last for many, many months and cause things like severe fatigue, pain, nausea, shortness of breath.
And later on, Flower Power on South Today. Spring has sprung in a riot of colour. The National Trust is celebrating the beauty of blossom.
Good evening. First tonight, the cost of living and the soaring demand for help to buy food. A TV cookery show judge is trying to help by handing out free supplies at her shop in Buckingham.
And Flower Power on South Today. Spring has sprung in a riot of colour. The National Trust is celebrating the beauty of blossom. Good evening, I'm Tom Hepworth. A football coach from Hampshire has been jailed for nearly 16 years for sexually abusing boys who dreamed of becoming professional players.
Empty buildings on our high streets have become a familiar sight, and the cycle of lockdowns during the pandemic meant footfall reached an all-time low.
Good evening. First tonight, the timing couldn't be worse for such a major decision. And now Jersey's Environment Minister's been asked when he'll announce the future of Jersey's controversial hospital.
And bringing blossom back, why the National Trust is planting new trees in parts of the capital. A very warm welcome to the programme. Hundreds of fans fell silent and traffic came to a standstill today as the funeral procession for the Wanted singer Tom Parker passed through Petts Wood in South East London.
Welcome to BBC Points West on this pleasant Wednesday evening. Thank you for joining us.
A bomb disposal specialist from the Isle of Man working with Ukrainian forces has described the conflict as among the very worst he's seen.
In football, Chris Wilde is staying put. Borough's manager says he won't be leaving for Burnley. And can our teams keep pace in the heat of battle for a playoff place?
There's no doubt tourist hotspots across our region have done very well during the last 2 years, with so many of us choosing to take a staycation here in the UK.
Thanks, Mum. Don't go home. Stay for 16 weeks if you want.
And the actor and gay rights campaigner made patron of a Sussex charity caring for those living with HIV. Good evening. A Kent man who's been bitten all over his body by an infestation of false widow spiders at his rented flat says he's been left unable to work, is experiencing intense pain, and his mental health is at an all-time low.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. 3 people have been charged in Pakistan with the murder of a Leeds businessman.
Welcome to BBC Newsline. It's Friday evening. Our top stories.
Hello, I'm Laura Goodwin. Welcome to Friday's programme. A senior member of a major Scottish organised crime gang has been ordered to serve at least 25 years in jail for the murder of a Dutch journalist.
Lifeboat crews across Wales saw the number of emergency call-outs rise by 15% last year. They're urging us all to take greater care around the coast this summer.
Good evening. It's now emerged the man convicted of murdering his stepson in Bridgend last year was a known racist with a string of previous convictions.